Hello and welcome to the TopGear.com Awards. Yep, it's that time of year again when we name the greatest new cars in the world launched in the last 12 months and then gather them together in a big drafty hangar. But before we get to all the naming, here's a jazzy compilation of just some of the cars we've driven in the last year. Okay, first up we have Luxury Car of the Year, and for this we had a short list of two, the Cadillac Celestiq and the Rolls-Royce Black Badge Spectre. Both EVs, both proof that silent EV power is what you want for big, luxurious, wafty barges like this. We got them together in the luxurious surroundings of downtown Detroit, and it was the Rolls that came out on top because as a luxury experience, it's on another level. Here's Ollie Q living his best life in Motown.
This is a Spectre Black Badge, so still a twin motor four-wheel drive car, but instead of 576 brake horsepower, we have 650 in infinity mode. Instead of 664 foot-pounds of torque, I now have nearly 800, and that means I have a royal residence which can do 0 to 60 in 4 seconds in silence.
Okay, next up, it's Off-Roader of the Year, and could we give this to any other car really than this? The Land Rover Defender Octa. It's a car that does all the Land Rover-y things. It's massively practical, it can crawl over pretty much anything off-road, and it looks as good outside a posh restaurant as it does in a muddy field. But then the Octa has got another gear. It's designed to go fast and sideways off-road, which is why we put it up against a full-blown Dakar truck in Portugal.
Woo-hoo-hoo! So, we've got a bit of a mixed course here where we've got some of it's like a rally stage and it's hilarious, and then suddenly you'll come into these ramps. Well, I'm really impressed with this. It's big and it's heavy, and you wouldn't want it to run out of momentum on the wrong way, but it's a laugh. It's a proper hoot, this thing.
Okay, next up is Supercar of the Year, and it goes to this, the Ferrari 296 Speciale. Now, the bloodline of this car is the stuff of myth and legend. 360 Challenge Stradale, 430 Scuderia, 458 Speciale, 488 Pista, and now this, a lighter, faster, baby V6 Ferrari that's now actually faster around Fiorano than the LaFerrari. It's astonishing, and then it's more civilized than any of its predecessors when you want it to be. So here's Jason Barlow getting to grips with it in the rain.
It's an unbelievable sports car, and yet on this road the thing I'm most impressed with is the way it is remaining so compliant and composed over what is quite a nasty road surface, I have to say. You can probably tell how hard the suspension is working. It is so good over this road surface. It's hyper alert, this car, noticeably more so than the regular 296 GTB. Faster gear shift as well. Alter the control logic on that, and I think the E-motor does a little bit of torque infill on between gear shifts.
All right, from supercar to Family Car of the Year, and those Koreans have popped up again with another stroke of genius with this, the new Kia PV5. So it is a purpose-built EV van with all the space that you get in a VW ID Buzz, and it looks good too, in a sort of futuristic way rather than a retro way. So with this you get 160 horsepower, a 71 kilowatt hour battery and a range of 256 miles. So those numbers are down a little bit on the Volkswagen, but I guarantee you, you will not care once I tell you that you can have one of these fully loaded with the big battery for £38,000. That's over 20 grand less than the VW ID Buzz. Now, don't get me wrong, Buzz, we still love you, but the sell just got a whole lot harder. Right, next up, it's Noise of the Year, and it goes to the new Toyota Prius. Ha! No, it doesn't. It goes to this thing, this pumped up, winged monster Mustang known as the GTD. It is a remarkable piece of engineering, this car, from its inboard suspension to its active aero to the amount of control you've got on track and the bandwidth that you've got on the road. And what have we given it an award for? Yeah, the noise that comes out the back of it, courtesy of its 5.2 litre supercharged V8. Childish? Us? Never. Here's what happened when we got the keys to one of them for 2 days in the south of France.
Right, toe down then, off we trot at 110 miles an hour, right, 120, 130, 1.8 kilometres to play with here. Just stick it in the middle of the straight and go. We're now at 155, slight uphill finish, 160. The mirrors are vibrating. You feel it going 170, 175. We're going to just clip 180, I think, on this uphill section. 200 metres braking, 180 and burying. Those brakes are absolutely exceptional. I mean, it feels a heavy, heavy car, but there's no denying the amount of grip and attitude it's got. It's just really eager and it's physical to drive. You feel it. Oh, I love this. I love the way the suspension's hopping around. We can actually stiffen it up a bit, so let's do that. It doesn't feel like any other Mustang I've ever driven.
Okay, design of the year, and it goes to this little Lego brick of a car called the Dacia Hipster. It's so cute. It's still a concept, but it is about 3 meters long, 1.5 meters wide, and in here, fabric door handles, notice those, you can still fit 4 adults, and if you fold the back seats down, you've got 500 litres of boot space. Now, when it goes into production, it'll be light. It might weigh as little as 750 kilograms, and it'll be cheap, really cheap, so it could mobilise a whole new generation of skint teenagers. It just looks fantastic, and that interior, it's sparse, but not sadistic. It's proof, this car, that jaw-dropping design doesn't need to be just for luxury and performance cars. Cheap can be cool too. So this year's Performance Car of the Year test felt like a proper underdog story with this thing, the Carrera Evo 37, seeing off the likes of Lamborghini, Porsche, BMW and Aston Martin in the final 5. It's a tribute to the Lancia 037 Group B rally car, and it's the one that when it was first unloaded from the transporter, we were all totally obsessed with. And then it proceeded to be mesmerizingly good and totally reliable. It's the antidote to everything we hate about modern cars at the moment, getting heavier and bigger and more synthesized. It's an analog dream and deserves every bit of its success. So here's Jethro falling pretty hard for it in Portugal.
It's wicked. Give me one of these. It feels so authentic. The smells and the sounds and the sensations are so special.
Next up, crossover of the year, and it goes to the Renault 4. Yep, our reigning EV of the year delivers again, this time when it's up against cars that have combustion engines too. But we're big fans of this car. We love its retro styling. We love the fact that it rights some of the Renault 5's wrongs with its longer wheelbase, more boot space, more space in the rear seats. It's great to drive. It's got a range of 250 miles and it's cheap. When you include the UK government's EV grant, 25.5 grand you can get one of these. Unfortunately, the wicker baguette holder is an optional extra. You have to pay more for that, but you can't win them all. Okay, super SUV of the year, and it goes to this, the Aston Martin DBX-S. Best to think of this as a mildly tweaked version of the DBX 707. So you've now got 717 brake horsepower, you've got tweaked suspension, you've got stacked exhausts like the Lexus ISF. It's feral, this car. It's brutish, but it's also precise, insanely fast, and perfectly practical. Oh, and it costs 50% less than the Ferrari Purosangue. Here's what happened when Tom Ford took this car and the Ferrari to one of the UK's least forgiving roads.
Deary me, this is not the road for this car, but the DBX-S is going for it. Oh, big bumps. You see, that air suspension really can absorb things. And because it's got the anti-roll control, it keeps the body in the right place. Look at this. That's absolutely mad for a car this large.
Right, moving on to Supermini of the year, which goes to this little fella, the Hyundai Insta. It's quirky, it's fun, it's charismatic, and it uses all of Hyundai's EV know-how. It's essentially a big, sophisticated package that's been shrunk down into this fun little urban car, but it's actually a car that you can trust to go further than just the city too. Okay, estate of the year, and it goes to the Audi A6, the most relentlessly capable wagon launched in the last 12 months. So whether you want pure electric like this one, the e-tron, or a hybrid or a petrol or a diesel engine, the A6 has got your back. And because the pure electric version is spun off a completely different platform to the combustion engine cars, there's very little compromise on each. So with this, you get a range of 437 miles from a single charge. Oh, and estates are just cooler than SUVs. It's a fact. Moving on to something a little bit special, because this is our Lifetime Achievement Award. And in recent years, it's been won by Adrian Newey, by Gordon Murray. But this year, the winner is the man who called this car, the 911 ST, his perfect 911. But then he would say that, wouldn't he? Because he's the driving force behind this car and every other Porsche GT product since the 996.2 GT3. I'm of course talking about Andreas Preuninger, the boss of Porsche's GT department, the man who's been on probably the world's greatest ever sports car winning streak. His work includes GT3s, GT3 RSs, GT2 RSs, Boxster Spiders, Cayman GT4s, and all of those pitch perfect special editions like the 911R that came in between. The man just doesn't miss. And on top of that, he's one of the most knowledgeable and articulate and, well, lovely blokes you'll ever meet. Unfortunately, we've had many chances over the years to meet him.
What's the one line, the tagline for the ST?
The ST is our 60th anniversary birthday present we make for ourselves to celebrate the 911. This is what we can do right now with the boundary conditions that we have from the regulation side, from technology available. And to be frank with you, I can't think of anything to do for a second generation that we still have in the drawer.
Moving on to Saloon of the Year. Now, bit of an old-fashioned idea, the saloon car, isn't it? But Mercedes has brought it bang up to date with this, the new CLA. It's a car that introduces the next generation of, well, everything. It's infused with AI, apparently. Mercedes calls it the cleverest car they've ever made. We call it convenient because it's got up to 484 miles of range from a single charge. In your face range anxiety. So, this is the Alpine A390. Look, it's so new, doesn't even have number plates, but it's here repping for the next award, Manufacturer of the Year, which goes to the Renault Group for having the most ridiculous slam dunk of a year. So let's take this brand by brand, starting with Renault, the incredibly cool and competent Renault 5. And Renault 4, and they've just revealed the new retro-styled Twingo as well, and let's not forget the insane Renault 5 Turbo 3e and the Volante concept, which almost makes EV efficiency seem cool. Oh, and they also launched a new Clio Supermini with a petrol engine and a manual gearbox, probably the biggest surprise of them all. That last one. And then we get to Alpine. They've brought us the A290 and this, the A390, both EVs, but both infused with a little bit of that lightweight and sporty DNA from the brand. And finally, we have Dacia, who's brought us the Bigster and also the cool and incredibly dinky hipster concept, which is over there. I'm not sure what's in the water in Paris, but I want some. Okay, so next up is Hypercar of the Year, and it goes to this low, wide, flat hunk of carbon fibre drama that is the Ferrari F80. Now, fair to say, when this was first revealed, both its styling and the fact that it's got a V6, not a V12 engine, caused quite a bit of outrage. But then we went to go and drive it, and surprisingly, it was its performance on the road that blew us away even more than its performance on the track. But long story short, it may be short of a few cylinders, but this is hands down one of the best drivers Ferraris that's ever been made. So here's what Jethro had to say when he got the short straw and got to go to Italy and drive this thing.
It's so funny, it feels so much more, so much more alive on the road than on the track. And because there's such a richness to the experience, I don't find myself pining for a V12, which on the track, honestly, sort of did a little bit. Sounds really good. Proper thing.
Okay, so next award is for the car that we're most excited about driving in 2026, and it's the one car that we don't actually have here in the hangar because we're told all the prototypes are out testing, which is reassuring, I suppose. It goes to the Bugatti Tourbillon, Mate Rimac's first ground-up Bugatti, a car that combines a Cosworth V16 engine with Rimac's EV know-how to create a 1,775 brake horsepower hybrid rocket. Oh, and it's lighter than the Chiron it replaces. It's going to be quite a show. Wow.
This is the Bugatti Tourbillon.
Tourbillon.
Exactly.
Oh, explain it.
So tourbillon is a mechanism in sophisticated watches that helps to get the time correct. And one of the inspirations behind this car was mechanical watches, because they are beautiful no matter where you look at them, even things you don't see. This car is completely new, so it doesn't share one single component with either the Chiron or the Nevera or any other car. It has zero in common with any of these cars. It's completely from ground up.
So, let's not keep them waiting, anyone that doesn't know. It's a V16 engine, right?
Exactly.
Hit us with the specs. I think you said 8.3 litres
of naturally aspirated.
Naturally aspirated. 1,000 horsepower.
1,000 horsepower, 1 meter long crankshaft.
Okay, right, it's time for the big one, the main event, our car of the year. And look a BMW is back in the winner's circle, because not since 2014, when the BMW i8 won, has BMW won this thing. And it's an interesting comparison, because while the new iX3 isn't nearly as sexy as the i8, it is every bit as significant. This car represents BMW's rebirth, it represents its future, and it proves what's possible with an EV when you start from scratch and you don't retrofit. So here we've got up to 500 miles of range. You've got a completely revamped interior, and you've got a car that drives, well, like a BMW should. And if you don't want the SUV, don't worry. It's about to spawn a whole host of body styles that should be every bit as good. Okay, so that's your lot. Special congratulations to BMW and to all our winners, and don't forget to go to topgear.com for loads more information on all of them, to buy your special awards issue of the magazine, and to keep your eye on all our social media channels. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.